Through just this one photo, I'll try to explain you about ergonomics. So before we understand the nitty-gritties of ergonomics, let me introduce this word to you in terms of its meaning. So what is ergonomics? Ergonomics is the process of designing or arranging workplaces or products or system so that they fit the people who use them. Means anything which you make, suppose this is a what? Cup or mug or whatever you call it. So this is made for consumption of hot drink by humans. So ergonomics says that anything which you make that should fit the need of the people. For the utility of the people, this product should really be very easy to use, comfortable to use. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Instead of having this, if you're having a bottle of water which is too long, say 1.5 feet long or 2 feet long, so you need to have two hands to grab and then drink it. Suppose the lid part is too big, which is not fitting your mouth, so that is not ergonomically designed. So anything which is befitting for the human is actually ergonomically designed product. This is a very, very crucial thing in interior and architecture. Feel that you know ergonomics, else you will fail in delivering the befitting product for the utility of humans. Got the point? So let's understand one by one. Point number one, it's written here, the handle must be an appropriate size for an adult to adult hand. For adult hand, this particular handle has to be of appropriate size. Appropriate means which is easy to hold. And for whom? It is for the adult person. This is not made for kids. Means you'll have to experiment before making the handle. Suppose the span you are taking initially is say 1 inch. In 1 inch, perhaps you will be able to insert one finger only to hold it, which will not be appropriate. If you increase it to 2 inches, so probably you are going to use 2 fingers to hold it. If you increase it to 3 inches, so more you increase the span of the handle. This way, it becomes comfortable for the user. In the very same way, the depth also matters. This depth. Suppose initially you're having depth of just 0.5 inches, so your finger even won't be able to get inserted into it. So if you're having 1 inch span, that will be still good. So if you're having 3 inches, so again it will be very difficult to hold in the finger, because this span, if it increases, so the distance from this body will increase.
Yes, sir.
And if you're holding this cup with the hot tea inside, so the probability of tilting of this cup is very high in case you're having the depth of the handle here at a higher size. Got the point?
Yes, sir.
I hope point number one is very much clear to you. Let's move to point number two. The handle must allow a gap between the user's knuckle and the side of the mug, which I have just discussed. So this space should allow user's knuckle, else it will fail. I have just explained you. So the handle size, appropriate size, is a must criteria for having the hot beverage inside for the consumption sake. For the point?
Yes, sir.
If this product is made for sprinkling water in the garden, then there will be a different criteria. Then you need to insert all 4 fingers, thumb upside, depth more, to retain more water, volume of water, so that when you sprinkle it doesn't get exhausted very soon. So the handle size depends on what activity you are going to perform. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
If it is, say, the cup, like you must have seen in football, the winners are given the cup.
Yes, sir.
In cricket, so the handle comes both the sides. Now the handle is too big to hold from both the sides with both the hands. All 5 fingers come over the handles only. Getting my point? So the handle size depends on what kind of ergonomic utility you are going for, the ergonomic utility you're going to make for the humans. Got the point?
Yes, sir.
Now the point number 3, the diameter of the brim must be correctly sized for an adult's face. So on an average, the span or the face span of an adult human is approx 5 to 6 inches. In that case, if this rim is too big, say it is around again 6 inches, or maybe 8 inches, or maybe 12 inches, the moment if you increase the diameter of this brim or this mug over here, so this curvature, this cross section increases, it becomes almost flat, straight line. So sipping from the straight line edge becomes very difficult for a person to drink. So that's why a glass or a cup or a mug you generally see in curvature.
Yes, sir.
So in your house, a jug or mug you must have seen, its overall dia is almost 5 inches, 6 inches, like that. It is never 12 inches, 18 inches light bucket. So drinking water from bucket is easier or from the glass?
From the glass is easier.
Why it is so?
See,
answering this, that obviously, drinking water from bucket is not that easy as it is from the glass or the cup. It is because of the curvature.
Yes, sir.
What I am trying to highlight point here is the curvature. So the curvature must be
less,
so that it's easy for a person to sip or consume the liquid inside.
Yes, sir.
Got the point? So dia matters a lot. One can drink from bucket sized cup also, but half of the liquid will
fall on ground.
Yes, will fall on the ground. Let's just discuss the next point. The rim of the mug must fit comfortably on the user's lip. So now the rim must be shaped in such a, see the curvature inside.
Yes,
see the smoothing of this particular edge. It is not sharp. It is not made sharp. It is having curvature. Inner side is having more curvature than the outer side. There's no fold over here. Generally, when you buy a plate in steel or any container, small container, you see kind of band over here which is folding. So there shouldn't be any kind of folding. In the folding, you also get germs and bacteria. But what is important here is this smoothing, the flattening of the edge, the thickness. The outside face and the inside face should have some thickness. 4 mm, 5 mm, 6 mm, 8 mm. Higher the thickness, more comfortable it is for the user's lip or lips. Got the point?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Next point. The mug must not hold a weight of liquid greater than an adult can comfortably lift. Same thing, if I give you the example again for the bucket. So it will be very difficult for a person to hold whole bucket and drink. So even though you are having a mug or maybe a cup which is having greater depth, which is going to hold more liquid into it, so lifting should not be a problem. Even the weight of this particular material should not be that high that it is very difficult or hard on your fingers to hold and lift. Getting the point?
Yes, sir.
So through this particular slide or this image, what I'm trying to tell you is that ergonomics is nothing but it is actually for the purpose of study of people in their working environment. The environment in which we live, we do this study before designing, and this particular kind of study is called ergonomics. So it's like being an economist.
Yes, sir.
Suppose you are getting pocket money of say 5,000 per month. Is it enough for you?
No, sir.
Pocket money, not the expenses on your education or etc. food, etc.
Yes,
or
sir. Is it
clothing.
enough?
It is enough. Somebody who is getting 10,000. So it's for the middle class. It is higher amount, perhaps
yes,
in 2024.
Yes, sir.
Right. So being economical, an economist, and ergonomics, three words are there having different meaning. Economical means your pocket money should be as per your need only. So ergonomically, for any ergonomist, the minimum threshold is to cater to all the required dimensionality or appropriate sizing of the mug or the cup. If I talk in terms of economist, so economist also think multitude of things.
Yes, sir.
Macro and microeconomics. So he looks for the macro means how many people, how many thousands of people are going to use, which geographical locations people are going to use it. Micro means the whole overall sizing, the material, the weight, etc. When I am saying ergonomist, so ergonomist is the person who will never create or make a product which is not near 100% utilizable, easily usable for the human or human consumption. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So to be a very successful ergonomist, you need to be economist and economical. Getting my point? Suppose you are going to the market and you have opportunity to eat food on street, and you have opportunity to eat food in the fine dining restaurant. Where would you like to go?
So in fine dining restaurant.
Do you have that much money? Suppose they are going to charge you 6,000, 7,000.
No, sir.
So what I'm saying, being economical is like being ergonomist. So you'll have to do one thing, you'll have to do complete research so that you're not spending more. You are not doing over ergonomics or under ergonomics. So this is very, very important. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So the central point in this regard is to have the comfort, no discomfort, no risk, no accident, no injury. Then only it will be called as ergonomically designed product. I give you one example before winding up this class, that you must have seen earlier version of the mobile phones. It used to be more wider than it is today.
Yes, sir.
It used to be longer and wider also.
Yes, sir.
But nowadays what you see, overall, if I measure it with the help of scale, what I can see is It's almost
3 inches.
2.75
Yes,
or
sir.
less than 3 inches wide. Earlier it used to be more than 3 inches
Yes, sir.
width wise. So the holding of the mobile was very difficult, particularly for the females.
Yes, sir.
Because their overall dimensionality is smaller than the
Man.
male population.
Yes,
So we are evolving the ergonomics of the mobile phones. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So the purpose of this particular class is to tell you ergonomics is very, very important for your design purpose, for your interior space, architecture, or outdoor space in the form of landscaping. Hope you have understood. Thank you very much for watching this video.